the whole world. When you make something to be the whole world, as important as the whole world, then when you lose it and it doesn't work, instead of thinking that it was a relationship doesn't work, there's so many other possibilities out there, you think, I've lost everything. Because you made her to be everything, now you think you lost everything. That's the devastation that you go through, which none of them is true. She never was, your partner never was that great, nobody is, to the level of the whole life experience, the whole world that you made her to be. And when you lose her, it's not like you lost the world or life, but you are bound to follow that train of thoughts because you started it. You thought of it that way. So again, focusing on the pleasure of it makes you think you've lost, something so amazing. So focusing on the pleasure and not on what it is the problem. As I said again, like drugs. Focusing on the pleasure, how it makes you feel, rather than what it is that makes you feel that way. It's a drug. It's going to get you addicted, and it's going to destroy your life. You're not thinking about that. You're just focusing on what makes me feel like. It's no different than, well, it's different, but it's like keep eating something sweet. Oh, it tastes so good, but that sugar, so much of it eventually gonna catch up with you. Or the alcohol. Oh, it makes me feel good, but then it's kind of ruining your liver and everything else. So you need to focus on what it is that makes you feel good. Not that it makes you feel, many things can make you feel good. Doesn't mean everything that makes you feel good, you gotta do it. No. You gotta be selective, depending on what it is that, it's good, makes you feel good, and it's safe, and it's healthy, and all that, and helps you to become a better person, a bigger person, a stronger person, a healthy person, all that. So, take off the goggle and see the actuality of the girlfriend, that how she is now, and not what or how it was in relation to your plans, because she was part of your plans. You had a plan. I want to do this, get this, build this in my life and get there, and I have my job, and I want to buy a house, and I want this, and he always had her as part of it. So she was in the plan. Now that you guys are not together, you think your plans have fallen apart. Your plan haven't fallen apart. It's all there. Only that person that you had put to come along, accompany you in building that plan is not there, which wasn't detrimental. You were building the plan, you can still do it. Eventually, you will meet the right person, another person, and you replace that actor, actress, actor, that person that was part of your plan, but the plan hasn't gone anywhere. One of the actors of the plan is, which easily can be eventually at the right time be replaced. So you're there, you're the architect of the plan, your capabilities are there, the plans that you want to do is still attainable and still there, possibilities in the world is still the same as it was for your plans to come to fruition. And so on the way to continue building your plan, well, this person is no longer part of it, you will find another person even more qualified. That's how you should be thinking. So, just because she's no longer in your vision of how the plan should have come together, she's not there in your vision, you think that there's something wrong, that your plans can't be fulfilled. Your plans can still be fulfilled regardless of who is still in there or not. You can always replace those. You're the most important, who's the architect of the plan, and the plans are still viable, no change there. So when you see her as unacceptable, when you go through all these things that we just talked about, and you see the actuality of who she is today, not how she was before, and you actually come to conclusion that the relationship, her personality, your personality, are not being compatible anymore, and the things that went on, you come to the conclusion that that relationship is no longer good for you, and that she is unacceptable. You see her as an unacceptable, or you believe, when you see her as unacceptable as you used to believe that she was, if you believe she's unacceptable as you believe it, that it is, then you will move on. So when you actually come to the conclusion that you see her as she is, and you believe that she's unacceptable the way she is now, then you can move on. But if you keep thinking, no, she was the best and this and that, so forth, then you haven't understood that she is not the right candidate for what you want to accomplish or how you want to advance your life and experience this life. So when you accept the fact and understand the fact that she's not acceptable the way she is now for the type of relationship you're seeking, then you see her as she is, then you can move on. Because you cannot move on from something as long as you think that that something is good. So you gotta be logical, reasonable, see it for what it is, and you see that she doesn't fit in this plan anymore. The way that she's decided to lead her life, and that is her right, but you also have right to choose the right candidate for your life. And if she is behaving the way she does, you're wanting to behave in a certain way, you guys are not hitting it off anymore, no longer are compatible, conflicts and divisions are there, that means she's not good for that relationship. So you cannot move on as long as you think that that something is good. You cannot move on from something as long as you think that that thing is good. So when you focus on this whole experience of relationship and you come to the conclusion and believe it in your heart that really logically, no, I don't care how beautiful she is or not, but her reciprocation, her treatment of me, her interaction with me does not make her qualify anymore. So she's not really the way she should be for the relationship that I expect. Therefore, as long as you see something is good, you cannot move on. But when you see her for the actuality of her and see that she's not good for you anymore, then you're released to go on and explore the ocean of life. And I'm sure you'll find wonderful treasures out there because they're all out there. Only you have to focus, direct yourself, open your eyes, and experience the wonderful things that is awaits you. So I hope this would be something for you to think about and ponder on, and hope it will be helpful to you to move on to better days and find your happiness again and balance. Build a better life. Talk to you soon.